2 Fridays ago, we had our Moravian Love Feast here, and afterwards, a gentleman came up to me who his last time here had been Moravian Love Feast 15 years ago, and he was just went, your choir, they used to be, and now they're, and it was great, just really fantastic. I'm pleased as punch with these people. Just how, come on. Come, fill the cup, and in the fire of spring your winter garment repentance fling. The bird of time has but a little way to flutter, and the bird is on the wing. Fill the cup that clears today of past regrets and future fears, for tomorrow I may be myself with yesterday's 7,000 years. The other day, a fellow musician in the crush of December, or maybe better said, the pour of December, posted this on Facebook. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself. I love talking to congregants after services, and there are some things that congregants say to me a lot, like, "Are you always like this?" Or, "How much caffeine have you had this morning?" None, zero. And the thing I hear most often is, "You really love your job." From longtime members and visitors alike, I get this sweet compliment. I say it's a compliment because when they say it to me, I believe we've been on a journey together that morning. When my worship colleagues and I meticulously plan these services, we want people to be on that journey with us. And one surefire way to engage people is to make what you're doing look easy. The performers and teachers in the room, they get it. When Reverend McCarr or Reverend Rogers stands up at this pulpit and they own this space, when their sermons feel like they are both practiced, polished, and spontaneous, we as a congregation are more likely to get sucked into that message. Alternately, if I lead a hymn from the piano or on guitar and I struggle through it, you are less likely to join me on that journey. So one thing we do really well on Sunday morning is we put on a complex service with many layers and many moving parts, and we, to the best of our ability, make it look pretty easy. But the whole thing about making something look easy is it's super hard. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of time. Sunday morning is the best. Of course I love Sunday morning, because we put so much hard work, all the hard work that goes into creating a worship experience that, at the least, will inform, comfort, or uplift, and at its best, will change people's lives. Sunday is the best day. Reverend McCarr posed a question to the staff at the beginning of this program year. He asked, "What is one thing you wish the congregation knew about your job that you don't think they do?" And my answer was simply that my job is hard. I don't think the congregation thinks I just wake up in my office on Sunday morning and come out and this happens. I don't think that. But the congregation does get to see the fun part. And it is really fun, making music with these people. It's so fun. This part of my job is fun. It's super fulfilling. It's very rewarding. Sunday morning and Wednesday evenings rehearsing the choir. When the staff gets together, we have meetings where we are planning for the future of this place. We get creative. We're bouncing ideas to make our community better, our community stronger, our community more welcoming. These are great times. And then there's email. And there's paperwork, and there's email, and there's planning, and there's score study, and then there's email, and then there's research and pastoral care, and then a lot more email. About 1,000 people come to UUCA fairly regularly, and between 15 and 20% of them make music here. That's awesome, but it's a lot of people to communicate with on a regular basis. And no matter what happens during the week, no matter what curveballs are thrown, we will have somewhere between 6 and 9 pieces of music on a Sunday morning, be they hymns, choral anthems, classical instrumental pieces, rock songs, folk songs, or my personal favorite, something weird. Each of these pieces will tie into the larger message of the service and the broader theme of the month or the season. It is good work. It is important work. It is rewarding work. So a story, a psychologist walked into a room full of students. She held out a stone about the size of her palm, and she asked the class, "How heavy is this?" The class yelled out answers ranging from 6 ounces to 2 pounds, and the professor replied, "Does the weight really matter? If I hold it for a minute, I'm going to be fine. If I hold it for an hour, I'll have an ache in my arm. If I hold it for a day, my arm will feel numb, it might be paralyzed. In each case, the weight of the stone doesn't change, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it becomes. So what should I do?" The class is puzzled for a second until somebody says, "Put the stone down." We live in a time of overwork, a time where people wear their 60-hour work week and resulting exhaustion as a badge of honor, as something to humble brag about, instead of evidence that the system is broken. We've come to accept it, and changing the paradigm is not only hard on a societal level, but on an individual level. We get so busy that we find ourselves treading water, doing everything we can just to keep afloat. And sometimes you need to stop treading water so you can build a boat. This sabbatical that I'm going to go on is a gift. The congregation is giving me a chance to put the stone down for a little while, to fill my cup, to build a boat, and several other very good metaphors. This is an opportunity for me to come back not only with a full cup, but better prepared to keep that cup from running dry. I was hired here at 24 years old. I have spent a quarter of my life working with you and working for you. Yeah. That's funny. Should have written it in, Robin. That was good. I'll pay you later. Great. Now I lost my place. It's just been setting in. It's just been setting in the last few days that this is about to happen, this sabbatical thing, and I'm realizing how much I'm going to miss this, how much I'm going to miss this time. I told the choir this on Wednesday, that I might not miss the email, and I might not miss the long hours, but I'm going to miss the people. I'm going to miss the community. I'm going to miss this worship experience and the music we get to make during it. My mom, who is one of the sweetest women on the planet Earth, whenever she says, "I miss you," she always follows it up with, "But it's a good miss," every time. I thought that was a phrase people used until I thought about it and realized, nope, just my mom, only person. My sister says it too, but just only people I know who say that. I will miss all of these things and this place, but it will be a good miss. I am fortunate to work for, and we are fortunate to be part of, a community with a life-saving message. We have flaws and we have disagreements, but we work together to create a community that holds us when we need it and a world that values everyone. I will come back, ready to continue this work beside you. Together we are more than any one person can be.